Jake and Rebecca. We come to you guys asking you to help us find our son. He was abducted last night from Big Five. Somebody struck my wife while she was trying to change his diaper. And we just ask if anybody knows anything to please contact Ukaipa Police Department.
Don't hesitate, just call.
His name's Emmanuel. He's 7 months. He's 7 months old.
Have you been notified of any information yet by local authorities?
No, we have not. They haven't told us nothing.
They said they don't have any major updates.
Do you guys plan on doing a local search of your own?
We are
we
at
have
4 o'clock here at Ukaipa.
the community set up a search party at 4:30. So just ask you guys if you can help us.
Please.
This is what he looks like. He's just a baby. Just give our son back, please.
He was wearing a black onesie with a Nike swoosh on him. If you know anything, please come forward. Please. Please bring us back our son. Safe.
So I've been looking into this case involving the 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, who was supposedly kidnapped from a parking lot after his mother was knocked out by someone that was speaking Spanish. And this story is different. Don't get me wrong. I've covered plenty of missing kids cases. Kids go missing every day. But this story is different in the sense that it kind of feels like the internet immediately all came together and unanimously decided that everyone thinks that the parents are definitely guilty here or that they're lying about something. I don't see really many debates going on. I don't see any arguments. I don't see many discrepancies. Everyone seems to be on the same page that, yeah, these parents definitely did something with that kid. Now, when I came into this story originally, I did not want to take that position. I was wondering, is the true crime community overreacting as they often do? What's really going on here? And then I started doing some research. I started looking at the interviews. And I saw what was going on here. And let me just say this. I can't say that I disagree with everything that you see people saying right now because, yeah, it doesn't look good. Let's just put it like that. So I started noticing some odd behavior. I started seeing things in the interview that kind of rubbed me the wrong way or gave me an icky feeling, which, by the way, I had a weird feeling coming into this story initially anyway, and I described that and explained that in my past video about this case. But the next thing I did is I started looking at how law enforcement was reacting to this case. Because when you've covered enough cases about missing kids and stuff, you know that law enforcement, when they believe that a kid has actually been kidnapped, when they believe that a kid is really missing, they approach the story with a different energy than they do a story involving a mother or parents who are lying about what happened to their kid. I saw this kind of behavior from law enforcement back in the Quentin Simon case. They're going to go about their protocols. They're going to go search. They're going to bring the search teams. They're going to do everything that they're supposed to do, but there's always a different energy when you get the sense that law enforcement maybe believes that the parents may be behind whatever happened to the missing kid in whatever case, that we're discussing here. And in this case, I've noticed the energy is off. The energy is definitely off, at least in my opinion. Of course, I'm not there on the ground, but in my opinion, the energy is off. And then, of course, law enforcement just put out an announcement a few hours ago saying that they cannot rule foul play out in this case. Now, the fact that they came out and announced that lets me know everything I need to know. Mommy and daddy are the top suspects for law enforcement. Maybe there's a reason why they haven't gone about putting out certain alerts and stuff for this case, because maybe they're suspecting that the mother or the father or both are involved in this situation. Now, law enforcement says that they interviewed the mother and the father for hours, and that they found all types of inconsistencies in the mother's story. And when they started pressing her about these inconsistencies, she then refused to continue talking to the investigators. So that right there, that doesn't look good. It looks like she may be guilty. It looks like she may know something. And I believe law enforcement believes that as well. Now, the next thing I did is I went to go look at this parking lot where this woman claims that she was knocked out at. I know that crime is bad in America. I know that California can be a real hellhole in some areas. But I was looking at this parking lot where she claimed that she got knocked out, and it seems like an open parking lot where if something goes down in the parking lot, people are going to see it. It was a red flag for me that they said that there was no cameras in this parking lot. I don't necessarily believe that. There's cameras everywhere. Hell, there's cameras on car dashboards and stuff. Listen, there's not many places that you can go in today's world and not be on camera somehow, some way. And even if, whoever supposedly kidnapped this kid isn't on camera knocking the mother out and snatching the kid, he's got to be on camera somewhere, entering the parking lot, leaving the parking lot. You got to pass by a camera at some point. So I'm looking at this parking lot and it just seems really open, right? It seems that people in multiple stores would kind of have a clear view of the parking lot. And I just don't believe, and I'm not saying that this didn't happen or it couldn't happen, because it could. We've seen kids get shanked in grocery store parking lots. We've seen it all. But it was kind of hard for me to believe that she got knocked out in the parking lot and her baby gets snatched and no one at all sees anything. No one sees anything at all. No one sees the woman lying knocked out on the ground. No one sees the baby getting taken away. No one sees anything. It must have happened really quickly, right? Now, at first they were saying that there are no videos. Now I'm hearing that there may be some sort of video. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what may be in that video. But the grandmother of this child was recently speaking out. She kind of reveals that law enforcement is all over the parents. Law enforcement is looking all into the parents. And the grandma's kind of upset, like, why are you looking into them? They need to be out here looking for the child. So it's clear as day that not only the internet unanimously decided from the minute this story broke that the parents were guilty. But it seems like law enforcement is leaning in that direction as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play this news clip so you can hear everything for yourself, so you can hear what the grandma has to say, other clips of the mother speaking, and all of that good stuff. And then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
The grandmother of a 7-month-old boy reportedly kidnapped, making a desperate plea for his return. The boy's family says he was taken from a store in Yucaipa after his mother was allegedly attacked. KKL News reporter Nicole Comstock is live in Yucaipa talking to the child's heartbroken loved ones. Nicole?
Well, Pat, this story has so many people here in town so worried about what happened to this little boy, including his own grandmother. Now, tonight she told me that her daughter tried for years and years to have this little boy, that she loves him very much and has always been very cautious with him. So she thinks investigators are wasting time questioning her.
if you have my grandson, please give it to his mom. She's going crazy. Please have mercy on her.
Mary Boyce-Housen is worried sick about her grandson, 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro. Her daughter, Rebecca Haro, was the last person to see her infant son Thursday evening at this Big 5 parking lot in Yucaipa before calling 911 and reporting that he was kidnapped.
Please don't hurt him, protect him, and just bring him back to his parents that love him.
Emmanuel's parents were supposed to embark on a search for their son tonight along with concerned community members, but didn't. Mary says that's because they were called into the sheriff's department again tonight for several more hours of questioning about Emmanuel's disappearance.
They kept questioning them, and they're losing time, like they're not going to hurt that baby.
Earlier today, Rebecca and her husband Jake spoke with us. They said they were at nearby 7th Street Park for their older son's football game yesterday. And Rebecca took baby Emmanuel with her to Big 5 to purchase a mouth guard. She said after she parked near the front of the store, a kidnapper appeared and hit her in the head.
I took him out of the car seat and I laid him on the chair. And I had his diapers right here. And then someone said, hola. And I couldn't even turn, and I don't remember nothing.
She, in her eye, in her face, yeah. That's what she says. That she said that when they hit her, she's just so white, she fall and she can't remember nothing.
The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says they're working around the clock to find Emmanuel and bring him home. And authorities couldn't issue an Amber Alert because they need at least a suspect and vehicle description to do that. Details Rebecca couldn't provide them. There appear to be no security cameras in this parking lot. But tonight, Mary says investigators have tracked down some video.
They found a video, but I don't know what's in the video,
Like maybe from the area somewhere?
I don't know. They didn't say nothing, My son just told me that they found a video, and but he had to take Becky home because she's just going crazy, she can't handle it anymore.
And sheriff's investigators searched this whole area right away yesterday with scent tracking dogs. Some neighbors also tell us they've seen deputies looking at nearby ponds. Now, if you have any information about where this little boy is, you can contact the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department.
My heart really goes out to the grandma in this situation because obviously something bad has happened to her grandchild. And it looks like other people in her family might be getting wrapped up in all of this as well, because it looks like they may be guilty. And that's not me just saying, oh, guys, I feel they're guilty to be a gossip queen. No, I'm not judging off of the reaction from the internet. I'm judging by the reaction of law enforcement. Okay? That's why I'm leaning towards, oh, maybe the parents got something to do with this. Not because the internet decided that, but because it seems like law enforcement has decided that. I mean, let's think about it for one moment. They were questioning the parents for hours. Yet, supposedly, they have some footage. Now, if they had footage proving that this woman got knocked out and her baby got snatched, or they have footage proving that someone had the baby, do you think they would still be questioning the parents for hours to the point that the mother says that she ain't answering any more questions and she leaves and she refuses to answer any more questions? If they had video proving the mother's story, then I think the interrogation maybe would go a little bit differently. And if they had video proving the mother's story, I think they would feel comfortable sharing that video with the mother and the father. Why would they be keeping it a secret? Why wouldn't they be telling people what's in the video? I think that they're not even telling the parents what's in the video, because if anything, the video may prove that this woman did not get knocked out in the parking lot and that she's lying. Okay? There's a reason why they're questioning them in the way that they are. And the fact that they have some sort of video footage, I don't know. I think that would indicate that their footage that they've collected probably leans more towards the parents being guilty as opposed to, this woman telling the truth about whatever happened. And it all comes back to the black eye as well. Because people have been looking at the black eye, and yeah, I don't think it looks fresh, but I'm no black eye expert, right? But I do think that the black eye is a significant part of this story. I don't think the black eye necessarily proves that she got knocked out and her baby got snatched, but I think that she probably got this black eye, or I feel like the black eye is probably in some way related to whatever happened with her kid. Did she get into a fight with the baby daddy? Did she get in a fight with the child's father after something happened to the child? Did she leave the baby in a hot car and the kid died and the dad got mad and smacked her or punched her in the face? I don't know. Did they purposely black her eye before they came up with this fake story? I don't know. But I do think it's in some way connected with what happened to her kid. And I'm wondering, is she getting beat up too? I mean, you really don't know. Is the husband or is the father covering up for the mother? Or is the mother covering up for the father in this situation? Or did they both have their hands in this? Those are questions that, we're going to have to wait for the answers for, of course. But first, we got to find out, did they even do anything to the kid? I feel like we're all really heavily leaning into, they must have did it, right? And the other options aren't being really explored anymore because everyone's kind of sold on the fact that the parents are guilty. And I got to admit, I'm kind of sold on that as well. And I feel bad saying that because we don't know for sure yet. But everything that I'm hearing and seeing from law enforcement, it definitely indicates that they think that the parents are guilty. And it's probably only a matter of time before some announcement comes through. Hell, by the time I post this video, maybe an announcement has already been made. But yeah, I think the most significant update we have here, the biggest piece of information that I believe that is a clear indicator that at the very least law enforcement believes the parents are behind this, is the fact that they have said that there is a video. They have some footage, but they haven't released the footage. If this kid got kidnapped for real, and you got footage of the getaway car driving away with the kid, that's something that you're going to want to show people to, hey, be on the lookout for this vehicle. Be on the lookout for this suspect. You're not seeing any of that. They're not even telling the parents what's in the video. So if they're trying to hide it from the parents, what they see in this footage, I think that kind of says something. I think it says a lot that they have this footage. They're not telling anyone, hey, we think we got the kidnappers on video. They're not saying that. No, instead, they have this footage and they're deciding we need to interrogate these parents even more. Oh, we managed to find some footage. We need to talk to the parents for a few more hours. So maybe they have footage of the mother pulling up in this parking lot without any kid at all. Just running into the store and making up the story. Who knows? But I do think that it's kind of a big deal that there's some footage out there. They haven't released anything to the public, and instead they doubled down on looking into the parents. So I'm going to keep my eyes on this story. I'll let you guys know of any updates, but for now, that's where we're at least at the time of this recording. While you're here, though, make sure you drop your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, share the video. Fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope this kid gets found. Share the video, spread the word, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.